Hello, boys. My name is Jayburs, and welcome back to the unfittest podcast on YouTube. My name is Jayburs. That's Chris. Yeah, that's Nathan, and that's Reese. So, how have we been, lads? We've not had a podcast for 2 weeks. How have we been?
Yeah, I've been good. Boys, yourself?
It's a shame you can't say the same about Chelsea, Nathan.
Well, still higher than you in the league.
Not going to deny that.
Still higher than you in the league, and considering the fact that we're still higher than you in the league. Till Saturday. Saturday we'll do the talking.
I thought we were going to say it after the match. We're going to do the talking
for fourth. Anyway, so it's been an interesting week of football, hasn't it? So we'll start with the big one. Leicester and Palace had a 0-0 draw, and it was one of the worst matches I've ever seen.
Did you just say the big one?
Oh, it was the big one.
It was crap.
Jason,
I would much rather watch Brighton against anybody else.
I watched it. It was the most terriblest Saturday lunchtime kickoff I've seen in a long time.
It was.
Jason, you're a big guy, but it doesn't mean Palace are a big team.
We're massive.
They're massive wherever they go.
95% of the Palace fan base is me, so we're massive.
Yeah, we're not taking your Palace football shirt into size here. We're talking about the club.
Yeah, because Brighton don't like fat people.
Chris, are you one of these trolls on TikTok that keep going on about my shirt? What size is it?
I mean, no, it's the fact that it has to be blue and white.
Blue and white? No. Anyway, how is Reese?
Yeah, not bad. Still, a bit thrilled off the Liverpool streak now. We got 2 in a row, so
yes.
It's not too bad.
What?
Yeah, I mean, just look at our previous scores.
All I care about is the fact that we beat you, so I'm just happy about that.
Nah, we're next game we'll beat you.
Probably, yeah. I'm not going to deny that.
This is the funniest thing. Like Liverpool fans, they've had 2 wins in a row. They also think they're going to win the league.
I didn't say. I think we'll come maybe top 3.
The thing is, some Liverpool fans are alright, and you seem like an alright Liverpool fan. But honestly, some Liverpool fans, we've won 2 games in a row. We're going to finish. We're going to be good. Everyone else is going to fall above us. It's like, no, hang on a minute.
That sounds just like Chelsea fans.
But I've not said anything. I'll be very surprised.
Nathan.
Oh.
I think you should say that, but you're acting like I said we're going to win anything this year. I'll be very surprised if we do get top 4, considering it's a new era. It's a new manager again. I'm not saying nothing about us. I'm just
a new era, a new manager. You get a new manager every bloody week.
I know we do.
It's a new day. Yes, it is.
The last new manager you got, 6 months later, won the Champions League.
Well, no, I didn't feel. I don't think Tuchel should have been gone. I think Tuchel is a world-class manager, and I thought he was one of the best managers in the Premier League. I think him, Klopp, and Pep were the top 3 managers in the Premier League last season.
Would you take his trust?
Erik ten Hag won the Eredivisie for Manchester United. Yeah,
but
you can't knock that.
Yeah, but can I just say one thing? The Dutch league is one team.
No. He won the Eredivisie, and he was the Manchester United manager, so that counts as we won the Dutch league. What other Premier League teams do the exact same thing?
Can you boys hear something, or is it just stupid?
Louis van Gaal.
We'll lift up the t-shirt in a minute.
Oh.
The thing is, though, didn't they?
Jason, keep your shirt down, please.
So,
put some pants on, Jason.
What did we? I've got pants on. What did we think of the game on Sunday? Then the big one, Man City v Liverpool. I thought it was
a brilliant game.
It was brilliant.
Yeah.
Mo Salah was lucky because if he didn't score that goal, he would have had a terrible game. Because Reese, before you say anything, I can see you in your Liverpool smirk with your Scouser mustache.
Scouser mustache.
Yeah, it's like the whole little. But yeah, so the fact is, was it that 2-on-1, Jota and Salah tries to be greedy. Yeah, he wants to score, but Jota, sweaty goal, 1-0.
Yeah.
And then you saw Nunes do the exact same thing later that game.
I think Oh, I think the most underrated player in the game, though, which you got to look at, is Harvey Elliott.
I
He had
think
a
was
very
good.
Yeah,
good
he had a
game.
good game.
He slotted in nicely into that centre mid role.
No, I thought
you think-
he was okay, but I thought he could have done better because there was a lot of stray passes. There was a lot of times he lost the ball. I would say Thiago was very underwhelming in that game as well.
Yeah,
I
he was
think
a bit slow.
Jota got into good positions, but just couldn't really do much.
Yeah.
Van Dijk was a bit quiet, but also Gomez. Fair play. I thought they messed up by picking him.
Gomez had a brilliant game.
Yeah, he's doing quite well at the minute. He slotted back in quite nicely afterwards because he was out for quite a while with injury and fitness-related problems.
I definitely
And,
think Gomez. I think Gomez. Did Gomez win man of the match?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, he deserved it. He definitely was my man of the match, and I thought he played so well defensively. I felt like he had a point to prove, and he proved a good point against Man City. You know, a better team than Man City to prove a point. I mean,
Yeah, but he'll get
especially-
injured in 2 weeks' time, and then he'll be out for 6
Yeah,
months.
obviously, for like Liverpool's sake, you don't want them getting injured because obviously, if you look at Liverpool's defence recently, it is very shaky and stuff like that. And obviously, you got your Van Dijk, you got your Robertson, you got your Trent, but there's always someone with Van Dijk where it doesn't
Sorry.
know.
you say Trent?
Who was that right back you said?
Trent.
Do you mean James Milner?
Oh yeah, James Milner. Yeah,
Quality
but
player,
James Milner can play anywhere. James
I mean,
Milner.
But you know it's bad, right? When a fit Trent Alexander-Arnold is getting dropped for a big game for, as they say, Boren Milner.
No, James Milner is a quality player.
Yeah, as a
He's on
centre
better form, isn't
midfielder,
he?
but he's replaced a England star right back.
Well, I mean, Trent nearly came on and scored.
Did he
True.
score?
No, I mean, he had a good chance, though. He fluffed it, but he still had the opportunity.
But did Liverpool score?
No,
Tried
but
his
it's
best.
showing you that he could be a better attacking player than he is defending.
Did Liverpool win the league last year?
No.
Did they win the league the year before?
Yes.
Exactly. So that's the time they actually did something. So nearly is not quite good enough.
They won
stop.
the FA Cup and the Carling Cup, to be fair. Carabao Cup, sorry.
Licensing.
They didn't
But
do
no.
it. They didn't do it in open play. They had to do it in penalties both times. Against who was it, Chris? Who was it both times against?
Chelsea.
Yeah.
Alice?
Well,
Chelsea.
the thing is, Jason, you're sitting there having your little digs, but where did Palace go in the Carabao Cup and FA Cup? Who beat you in the FA Cup semi-final?
The better team, yes.
But who
scored-
didn't allow Palace's best player to play against them all 3 times that season?
Yeah, that's a fair point, yeah. I'll admit that. And had we did, it'd been probably a different kettle of fish, I feel.
Well,
especially
in the Premier League, it's a rule, isn't it, that loans players can't play against their parent club.
But in the
So-
Carabao Cup, it can happen, and the FA Cup, because it's happened before.
Yeah.
It can happen, but you have to ask the club, and the club will say yes or no. But the Premier League is a rule, but cup competitions,
Boo. Boo.
and the funny thing is, how funny is this? This year, Ruben Loftus-Cheek scored against Crystal Palace in the FA Cup,
He did.
and Conor Gallagher scored against Crystal Palace this year, all in 2022.
The worldie, to be fair, wasn't it?
Yeah, but it is what it is. But anyway,
Yeah. I mean, if we look at the other results as well, Sunday, Chelsea 2-0 against Villa. Fulham and Bournemouth drew 2-2. See what, Bournemouth haven't lost a game in 6 games.
well, they lost yesterday,
Yes, they did. Yes, they did.
but they were unbeaten before. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Everton lost again. Brentford beat Brighton 2-0. So,
Yeah.
the midweek games as well. We've Southampton beat Bournemouth in the South Coast derby there. Brentford drew with Chelsea. They're in a good run of form lately, aren't they?
Yeah, to be fair, Brentford is a very tough team, especially at their own ground at the G-Tech Stadium. It's a very tough ground to go to in general. Anyway,
Is that
but
what it's called? The G-Tech?
I thought it's the Brentford
Yeah.
Community Stadium. Is it called
No,
that
it's-
now?
it's changed. It was last year Brentford Community, but now it's the G-Tech Stadium.
Brighton drew with Forest. Now, I said right? Within the first 5 games of this season, Brighton did this last season where they started really good and they went on a run of about 11 games where they didn't get a win. And that was during the period where they were booing Graham Potter.
All right, Chelsea fans will be doing that shortly.
Yeah. Palace beat Wolves 2-1 in what was an alright game, you know. I mean, did anyone see the missed chance from Edouard, the overhead kick?
I mean, you're assuming that we watch Palace.
I did watch a bit of it, but then I started saying...
If that had gone in, that Ali McCoist and the others were saying, if that had gone in, that would have gone down as one of the all-time greatest Premier League goals. The build-up to it was sublime. And it just goes to show just like some of the great football Palace can play. And I fully believe Eze should be on the plane to Qatar. But, you know, it is what it is.
In replace of who?
Mason Mount.
I mean, that's
Gareth Southgate.
Well, I mean, in saying that, though, there is a free spot now because of Reece James being out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he'll probably fill it with another right back or another...
Probably.
He'll fill it with someone who is not needed and therefore will not get played. Like they called up Ben White for the Euros. Did he even get a game?
No.
Exactly. It's kind of a waste of time, really, because it's on the off bit, and they can train as well, get fitter, and
bit silly, really, isn't it?
The one player that should have gone to the Euros last year for me was James Ward-Prowse.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's decent, but
he's not done much this season.
His pace is the one that hits him badly.
Who would you drop for James Ward-Prowse, though, in that position?
Henderson.
Mason Mount.
Jordan Henderson. You can't keep saying Mason Mount, right? This is you're sitting there.
I mean, I got to agree with Jason here.
Of course you will, but Chris, of course you will, because you have such a big dilemma against Mason Mount. Like, did anyone watch his goals against Aston Villa?
Oh yeah, they were very good. I liked them.
The second goal was
very well.
amazing.
Still think Chelsea played poor in that game, though.
Yeah, Chelsea didn't deserve to win.
If it wasn't for your defence, they probably would have equalised.
If it wasn't for Kepa, we probably would have lost.
What, the guy you've been trying to get rid of for the last 3 years?
Yeah, I know, but Potter's obviously given him a chance.
Mm. So do you think...
And, you got him with Graham Potter. He's come in, and the one thing I do like about him, and all of you guys know, is he gives everyone a chance. He keeps everyone on their toes, because every week it's not the same starting 11 with Chelsea.
Yeah.
And that's the one thing I like about it. It's like, 1 minute this player's going to play, then next week no. So it's good, like Graham Potter gives everyone a chance, because everyone deserves a chance.
So do you think, Nathan, that when Mendy's back, is Kepa going to retain the place in the first team?
And honestly, I would carry on with Kepa. The only reason is because he's kept 5 clean sheets in a row. He's done some amazing saves. Like against Villa, it was Kepa versus Villa.
Hmm.
Until we scored our second goal, it was basically all Kepa. And you can't drop him now because he is on form. He has done well. He was the reason we didn't lose yesterday as well, because we were very lucky to get a point there as well. We didn't play very well. And I honestly think you can't just drop someone who is on form right now, because at the end of the year, he will have to give Mendy a chance, give Mendy a game again and stuff, because he hasn't played under Potter Mendy. So he has to give him a chance. But you have to understand, when you've got someone on form, like a Kepa, who's on form right now, you've got to keep him in there. You can't just drop him. Like, he doesn't know whether he'll be coming or going, which Graham Potter does do. He does give everyone a chance, which does need to be, which I think every manager should. Everyone deserves a chance until you find your perfect 11.
Yeah.
But no. I'll keep Kepa.
So for the big...
Why are you laughing?
The news of that's been in the news today is Man United v Spuds. It's a good win from Man United. They played very well, I think.
Apparently that was their best game this season.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. We were all over them from start to finish. 18 shots in the first half. You said about Kepa, was it Kepa against Villa? This was Lloris against United.
Oh, yeah, exactly. But the thing is, Lloris couldn't keep them in the game.
Yeah. I mean, it was overshadowed a bit, wasn't it?
I mean, Anthony had a blinder of a game.
And
Sancho still needs a bit of work. Rashford should not be playing. Not as a striker, at least. He's terrible.
Thing is, though, it's just the thing is, who can you haven't got a striker that's a consistent striker. You know what I mean? You haven't got someone like. For example,
he just doesn't get a look in now.
Who?
Ronaldo.
I disagree with that.
Ronaldo doesn't get a look. I think to be honest, the way Ten Hag has sort of treated him in a way is a bit disrespectful.
No, to be fair, Ten Hag, fair play to him. Like,
oh yeah, of course.
He's been saying since Ten Hag's joined he wants to leave. Like, left until like the last minute. Like, I agree with the way Ten Hag's treating him. If you don't want to be part of the team, then you're not playing.
Yeah.
So
it's not like I don't think it's fair to leave him on the bench in the Manchester derby. I thought that was harsh. I would have played him in the Manchester derby.
I would have as well, yeah.
I would have given him at least 45 minutes yesterday. If he scored a goal, keep him on for a little bit longer. He scored against Anfield when he came on.
Yeah, I completely agree. I think you should have given him like 40 to 30 minutes.
You actually agree with me?
Yeah.
You actually okay? Have you taken your agreeing pills? Your like schizophrenia pills? Your schizophrenia.
We do not share the views of Nathan on this channel.
We don't acknowledge the views of Nathan. Full stop. Should we say?
No, but you actually agreed with me. Like I agreed with you a couple of weeks ago for a few things, but most of the time we argue on this podcast. So are you okay?
There's still time, mate. There's still time.
Oh yeah, of course.
I agree the fact that Ronaldo should have been given like 30, 40 minutes. I do agree with that.
He deserved 45 minutes yesterday at least. I
think the fact is that the win has been overshadowed due to Ronaldo walking off.
Yeah.
Within the last 5 minutes.
Really, isn't it?
But then,
when you like, he was the exact same way when he was a youngster for United. He's always been like that. He wants to like. He's a typical guy who wants to play, wants to score goals, and when he can't do either, it's going to annoy him, which I can understand. But then, with his age and the level of ability and maturity, he should be like, you know what, cool, fair enough. But I get his frustration. Like, believe me, I do. Like, I know I had a match was it a year ago, 11-a-side game, and I played literally 5 minutes after the game. I just grabbed my shit and just stormed off. I was like, no, fuck this. And then
you basically did. You thought you were a Ronaldo, but a ginger version, basically.
No, because I knew the team we're playing against, I could do quite well against. Because when I did come on, I did create a few chances, and I nearly scored.
What position did you play?
Left wing.
Goalkeeper.
Oh, he must have thought he was fucking. What's that left back for Man United?
Sure.
Left back. Why left back?
Oh, left wing back. Whatever you said you was.
Left wing.
What's the other one?
Malacia.
He thought he was like the ginger Malacia.
Malacia.
I don't give a crap what his name is.
Well, when he was at Feyenoord last year.
Yeah. To be fair, he had a good start, but something's dropped recently.
He's had one bad game and he's been dropped, which, fair enough, is what you want. You want a manager to be like, if you have a bad game, you get dropped and until you play good again. Which, Ten Hag is doing the sort of thing where he's not playing the same people over and over again if they're having a bad game. Look at Harry Maguire.
Yeah.
Gave him 2 or 3 chances, and where's he now?
I forgot about Maguire, to be honest.
He deserved him.
Now, do you think Maguire deserves to go to the World Cup then? If he's
no,
but playing?
He will. Unfortunately,
he will be in the first team, and he's a tournament player. I'm telling you this now. He will be brilliant during the World Cup. He'll come back to Man United.
Do you know why
he'll play 3 or 4 games, and then he'll go back to being utterly dreadful again.
He for his career, for me, Maguire needs to leave Man United next season.
Chelsea, you can have him.
No, he needs to go somewhere like
Chelsea.
No, I don't want him at Chelsea.
To be fair, do you know the only club in the Premier League right now that will suit Harry Maguire?
What?
Don't say
Chelsea.
Oh.
No, it's Chelsea. Because Chelsea play 5 at the back. The exact same way England play 5 at the back. And they have 2 good defenders to cover Harry Maguire's shit.
I'm so sorry, I just heard your brother showing that FIFA then.
I know, he's a fucking idiot. I mean, my God.
I don't think... to be honest, Maguire, the thing is, Man United will not get 80 million for Maguire. They bought him for 80 million. They're not going to get him for 80 million. Maguire will be lucky to even be worth
80 quid
40
probably.
million.
True.
Are you okay? You're agreeing with me again.
I know.
Taking
But I
his
still think
agreement
you're absolute
kills.
bullshit. Thinking Chelsea, Mason Mount's a better player than some players.
I think Mason Mount is a good player. He's had a few. He's got a couple of assists against Wolves, and he got 2 goals against Aston Villa. So it doesn't, just because he's had a few bad games or not great, doesn't make him crap, does it?
I mean, he is Frank Lampard's golden boy.
Can I just say that he's actually not, because the fact that when Tuchel came in, he played well under Tuchel. He started every game under Potter. He plays for South. He plays for England. He gets England calls up. That doesn't make him a. You know, what I mean,
Frank Lampard's golden boy.
He's not Frank Lampard's golden boy. Yeah, okay,
Yes,
yeah,
he
he
is.
was. But the fact that Lampard's been sacked and
He's not Frank Lampard's golden boy. Oh yeah, he was.
Yeah, he was, but obviously Lampard's not there no more. But he still is playing under every manager.
But he was still his golden boy for.
Yes, he was his
two
golden
games.
boy because he was at Derby with him and stuff.
He was.
Yeah, because he got him
was.
on loan from Chelsea. Because it was like, oh, he reminds me of me.
He's not exactly
another one though is that Billy Gilmore.
Yeah.
Oh, he's fallen off.
That is
the cliff
wasted
big time,
talent
isn't he?
right there.
Yeah. I think that
Yeah,
injury
honestly.
didn't really set him right though.
No.
And the thing is, he got signed for Graham Potter, and Graham Potter just leaves to go Chelsea.
It's pretty silly.
Could have brought him with him.
And that Levi Coolwell, who was on loan from Chelsea to Brighton, he doesn't get a look in at fucking Brighton no more.
I mean, to be fair, it's another one of your 100 loanees.
Yeah, I know, but I felt like Billy Gilmore deserved a chance still. I would have kept
You
him.
never know. Billy Gilmore might be the next Kevin De Bruyne, you know. Because when
He
Kevin De
was-
Bruyne left, he
I'll
wasn't
tell you what,
very
though,
good, highly
I
rated, was he?
I always remember Billy Gilmore's game against Liverpool where we won 2-0 in the FA Cup. He played brilliant.
I hate to say
that
that,
was
but as
a
a
long-
Liverpool
a
player,
long,
he
long
was the
time
young one
ago.
to stand out though.
Huh?
Hmm?
He was the only one that stood out in that game massively. For like the
What, Billy
impact.
Gilmore?
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
Is that just because he's Scottish?
No. No, it's
Touche.
just the way he went against the top, because he was probably the reserve team maybe at most, and he came into a game like that playing against Liverpool's first team, and he slotted in perfectly.
No, he did
Do you
play well.
It was funny though. Chelsea actually using a young player.
Yeah.
Well, shall we go through the table?
No.
At the top by 4 points is Arsenal. It's Man City. Then it's Spuds on the same points as Man City. Then it's Chelsea.
Chelsea.
I need to say Chelsea.
Get that beef out your mouth. Get that burger out your mouth, Jason.
Oh, you're calling me fat? So they're on 20 points, Chelsea.
It's because you got cheese in your beard still from Burger King.
Let's get ready to rumble. So in fifth, it's Man United. Then sixth, it's Newcastle. Seventh, it's some Scouse team. Eighth, Scum. Ninth, Brentford. And who's in 10th? 3 points off of
Crystal
7th.
Palace.
Richmond
Hove Albion.
Richmond FC.
Yeah!
Crystal Hove
Richmond.
Albion.
Richmond AFC. Shut up.
Brighton Palace.
Yeah. So it's Palace.
So-
Palace are 10th
What you're saying is Palace are still below Brighton.
by 2 points, yeah.
So what you mean is
But Brighton are going-
so far you've got to do a whole video in a Brighton shirt.
Not at the moment. Well,
No,
if
so
the
far,
season
yes, you
ended
are.
today, yes. But if I run you through some of the teams in the bottom half of the table, West Ham, Everton, Villa, Wolves, and Leicester are rooted to the bottom on 5 points, and they are 4 points off of safety.
But they are definitely. If he changes it round,
Yeah,
he'll get humbled. I think at the last minute. The same
Yeah.
with the Everton thing, where everyone's like, "Oh, they're going to get relegated and all that,"
Mm.
and he managed to pull them out. But I think if he doesn't, then they will be in the crapper. But they're still holding on to their manager, though, and that's what I don't get. They have faith in him, but yes,
Who?
isn't it? Who is it? Brendan
Brendan
Rodgers.
Rodgers.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. They have faith in him, but the problem is that most people think is the manager, but it's not. It's the players.
It is. It is. I mean,
The thing is,
And the first
I mean, the
person
fact
they
they
go
sold
to fix
basically
the
all their
problems
best
is to sell
players.
the manager.
the thing is, Brendan Rodgers is actually he's actually quite a good manager.
it is.
He is a good manager, and the thing is, I don't feel like obviously there's rumours coming out of Leicester where their owner wants to sell up now. He's not interested in no more because his dad obviously died in that helicopter crash
Yeah.
a couple of years ago, as we all know, obviously. And obviously where his son's taken over, it's obviously a situation where he doesn't want to sell up. But obviously where Leicester have sold a lot of players, like over the years, they sold Maguire, they sold Fofana, they could have sold Madison in the summer. Kante. They didn't want
Riyad
Madison
Mahrez.
because they thought,
Any Drinkwater, Kasper Schmeichel.
yeah, Kasper Schmeichel. Obviously, Tielemans wants to go. He wants to go next summer.
Michael's gone though, isn't he?
No, he's still there.
I swear he's gone somewhere because there was a thing recently saying that he joined a club on loan, and that he was so unfit to play. They were finding him. Was that him or was that somebody else? Let me have a look.
I think it might have been someone else.
And obviously, Vardy's going to stay at Leicester and retire at Leicester because
Yeah, I
No,
think
he's
so.
going to go Sheffield Wednesday.
Oh yeah,
Right.
it's his boyhood club, isn't it?
well,
Do you not
he's
remember
got,
when he did the Sheffield United flag?
yeah, I know, but he signed he signed a 2-year contract at Leicester.
But it doesn't mean he's going to end his career there, though. He's probably going to go one seat. If Sheffield Wednesday get promoted this season from League One, and they're looking good, I think Vardy would drop a league when he's ready to drop.
Oh yeah,
He did
'Cause
leave Leicester. He's at Nice.
Peace.
Kasper Schmeichel.
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
I know he left.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I
He's
thought it was
there with
about Yuri
Aaron Ramsey.
Tielemans.
No, Tielemans will go in the summer. I reckon he'll go next summer. I personally see
Mm.
Tielemans going to Arsenal. To be honest,
He's getting linked to Liverpool as well, though. But I just
Yeah.
don't think he won't fit in. Because
Are you joking?
no, he won't. I mean, we need
You've
a
got
fast.
Harvey Elliott. He's much better than Harvey Elliott. Do not even sigh like that. He is
Nah.
much better.
No,
You're
he's
saying that
not.
because he came. You're falling into a trap where a young player who comes through your youth, you're like, yeah, this player's great. He's so much better than the other player. But Tielemans is much more controlled, much better ability, much
There's
better
a
on the
Man
ball.
United fan.
Hey, I can admit McTominay is fucking dreadful. There's a difference.
so the thing is with Tielemans, I think also as well, like obviously, I feel like a lot of players at Leicester are on set. Like Tielemans doesn't want to be there. His body language says it on the pitch. His facial expressions when he does interviews. Of course, he will leave next summer. And I think Maddison, I think obviously if he had the chance to leave, but obviously Leicester's value Maddison at 60 million, where Newcastle only offered 40 million last summer. And obviously Leicester want to make money where they made money off Fofana, made money off Maguire and other players, obviously. So Leicester haven't bought anyone in, but where they've been selling players, making money, making profit, they're struggling now because they haven't replaced these people.
Vardy's
True.
still there
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
just
played
barely
against
plays.
Palace.
because you never hear his name anymore. So-
because he barely plays. I mean, when you got a bench warmer
Because his wife's
or
a grass.
a reserve player like Iheanacho as your main striker, you're not going to score a lot of goals.
Yeah.
The thing is, though, in a way, with Leicester, obviously, Leicester have.
He's so shit at FIFA.
Who?
You're not here.
Can no one hear his brother?
Just screaming
He's
in the background.
screaming in the fucking place like he always does on FIFA because he's terrible.
Come on!
But no, with Leicester, it is one big mess at the club. I think they don't want to sack Brendan Rodgers because they probably do, but there are managers out there to replace him. But then obviously they don't want to replace him yet. They probably feel like giving him a bit more time. I don't know. I don't know what goes on that Leicester board. Obviously, there are jobs available, and there's rumours that obviously certain managers, like people reckon Steven Gerrard will get the next sacking.
I think
Should
he might
be.
do, to be honest.
He isn't doing that well there. I mean, he was getting bigged up for the Liverpool job, but if he can't handle a team like that, then there's no point having all your faith in him.
I
once
mean-
Yeah.
bear in mind, the only league trophy he's ever won, Steven Gerrard, is at Rangers, where it's like a 2-horse league, and you get a choice of
Like the Dutch league.
What?
Nothing. Carry on.
It's true.
Well,
It's like the Dutch league.
Dutch league.
Well, yeah, because you just said it's a 2-horse race between Celtic and Rangers, and then I said like the Dutch league
And the French one.
and the French one.
Would you shut your dirty whore mouth, Nathan?
He's right. You know I'm right. I think that Ten Hag is a good manager, but he's in a different league now. This is a league.
We are not talking about Ten Hag, thank you. We're talking about.
Ladies and gentlemen, this guy is a criminal, and he's the most biased person you'll ever meet in this world, and that's just a fact, ladies and gentlemen.
Are you for real? You're the one who says Reece James is better than any other Premier League right back.
Right now, I feel like him and Kyle Walker and Trippier are the best three.
Well,
Until Reece James got injured, and now Reece James is out the World Cup, and that's a big blow for England.
No, it's not.
Right, so who would you take then?
Kyle Walker.
Yeah, I said Kyle Walker and Trippier, but who else?
That's all you need.
Well, yeah, no, because you need fresh legs. You need young legs as well.
Joel Ward. I'm joking, by the way. I'd rather have.
All right, so you want fresh legs?
James Milner.
You want fresh legs, and the way England play, right? They play wing backs. Trent Alexander-Arnold.
Yeah.
Perfect. So
He's better attacking than defending, but he's great as a wing back.
Reece James is good at attacking and defending, he's better than Trent.
No, he's not.
Yes,
attacking,
he is.
no. Defending, yes, but attacking, no.
But attacking, he can attack and cross a ball.
Yeah, he can cross a ball, but so can fucking the postman down the road.
Where is he, Postman? I think Postman's
the Postman well.
I think Postman's one of. I think, to be honest, I think Reece James is better than most of your defence besides Varane.
Varane.
Mate, you need to work on how you say their fucking names. You're like the commentator on FIFA. Bruno Fernandes.
Who?
Kevin De Bruyne.
Honestly,
Kevin De Bruyne. What do you say, Nathan?
But at the end of the day, for me, I think Reece James being out the World Cup's a big blow for England.
I mean, you just biased anyway. I mean, was it?
Oh, you've just sat there and slated the Scottish League, and you're looking at the Dutch League and rating Ten Hag like he's the best manager in the world.
Did I say he's the best manager in the world?
You're like, don't talk about Ten Hag. At the end of the day, he's good. Yeah, he is good, but he's got.
I didn't say that. I said he's done well. I said, don't talk about Ten Hag. We were talking about Steven the Slip Gerrard.
Yeah, oh yeah, Gerrard, yeah. At the end of the day, Gerrard is. There are rumours saying that he's one of the next favourites, and so is Brendan Rodgers. I feel like Brendan Rodgers and Gerrard, and even Lampard's job could be up for threat. I think Lampard is a question mark still. Yeah, if Everton keep on losing, the question will be asked.
Well, anyway, so if we look ahead to the weekend's games tonight, it's being recorded on Thursday, by the way. It's Fulham against Aston Villa, riveting viewing, and Leicester versus Leeds.
To be honest,
So,
I swear,
Riveting.
are all four of them teams in the bottom half?
yeah,
Are they all near the relegation zone besides Leicester?
everyone besides Fulham
Oh, where's Fulham?
Mid-table.
Mid-table.
in West
Oh, so
London.
where's Aston Villa in the league?
Near the
I've just
near
clicked
bottom
that
half.
off.
Aston Villa are 17th and Fulham are 12th.
And what about Leeds?
Leeds
15th,
are
something like that.
16th.
So it's not too much. So it's more Aston Villa are down there a bit more compared to the other.
I think if Leeds beat Leicester, which I don't see happening, if Leeds beat Leicester, Leicester are in trouble.
Yeah, Leicester are in trouble anyway. Like for me, like Nottingham Forest were bottom for weeks, and now Nottingham Forest are above the bottom.
Well, talking of Nottingham Forest, they've got Liverpool in the early kickoff on Saturday.
That's an easy win for Forest.
Talking of dirty Scouse teams, you've got Everton hosting Crystal Palace. If you remember last season, that was the game where there was a pitch invasion after, and Vieira had to chuck his hands out.
Yeah, after you gave away a 2-0 lead.
Yes, don't remind me of that. Man City versus Brighton. Come on, City. Haaland, just humble Brighton, please. And then you've got
I
the
mean,
biggie.
humble Brighton. They're not
Yeah.
really like an ego team.
You've been in my TikTok lives, haven't you? Won't be anymore because I'm permanently banned from going live on TikTok. But you've been in my TikTok lives with the amount of
Fully
Brighton fans in there. Shut up. Then it's the biggie. It's Chelsea versus Manchester United in the 5:30 kickoff. That is a salivating game right there.
Do you know what's funny? We should definitely do a video of like a 1 to 11 combined team
Of the Premier League of all time.
Yeah, and see how many Chelsea players get into that. Let me give you a hint.
1.
0.
Hello.
0.
Frank LeBeuf.
Oh, shut the fuck up, you tart.
If any of them's going to do it, it's either going to be Zola, Drogba, or Kante.
Hello.
Reece,
John Terry, or Lampard.
Let's not discuss that here. I'm just saying it's an idea. We can
Danny
do that after
Drinkwater,
this.
I think.
But Reece, look at me.
Yeah.
Me and you both know there's been no Chelsea players in the team.
Reece James.
Do not even think about it, Reece.
John Terry.
Ed De
No,
Hoy.
we'll discuss it. We'll discuss it in the other video, which you guys could probably see. I don't know where.
We haven't recorded it, Chris. What are you
We will be.
doing? Signposting to a video we haven't made yet.
We can do it after this.
You've got football soon.
Yeah, but I've got time to do the fucking thing. I can just get changed and do it.
No. Anyway.
Come on, Jason.
Dude, we're not going to do it in half an hour.
We will.
We have
Just
so many
shush.
different agreements.
Anyway,
We'll have
moving on. Sunday, they've put all the best games on Sunday. Villa v Brentford. The Leeds versus Fulham. Southampton v Arsenal.
Yeah.
Wolves v Leicester.
Wolves winning.
Spuds v Newcastle.
I
And
really
then on Monday it's West Ham v Bournemouth. I mean, not bad, but
Crap.
yeah. Anyway, so if you've made it this far into the video, put hashtag drop Mason Mount. And do we have any closing words, lads?
hashtag let's raise a fund for Jason's Brighton shirt. Go fund me, people.
With the extra material we need.
Oh, that's not very nice.
The poor workers.
You said your biggest size is like an XL or a double XL, right?
Yeah, it is.
We need extra shirts to sew together.
Brighton don't like fatties. See you in the next one.